Welcome to Center Heist Productions. Please hit the likes and subscribe down below in your right-hand corner. Muchly appreciate that. Thank you to my subscribers and followers. Muchly appreciate your support from the bottom of my heart. Share it with your friends and family too if we try to grow this channel. And if you come across the channel, please don't leave without subscribing and hitting the likes. It helps our channel grow, and we've built an integral Habs channel that focuses on the facts as they fall. And we don't use clickbait to get you here. So we're going to get into this. This is a review of Thursday night's game with Dallas in Montreal. I normally like to review these, but this is like two major eggs we've dropped in a row. I mean, this is, I'm not even going to review this game. I'm going to come up with my opinion of it because this game's not even worth reviewing. That's how bad it was. Same thing with LA. This is just pathetic. If this is what we're in trouble, it's a good thing we took advantage of those first 12 games. But the last 4 or 5 games, we've been playing pathetic. And you could see this coming, building up, and we're in big trouble. The bomb was dropped today that Alex Newhook will be out. I believe it's 8 to 10 weeks. And same as Cooley is out for another 8 to 10 weeks, which was another bomb dropped on us. I think we all thought he was close now with maybe 4 to 6 weeks left. This is not good. So his time got extended as well. Caden Gooley and now Alex Newhook both being gone. Alex Newhook's gone for 4 months. That's not good. That's put 16 weeks. We're in trouble. We're in big trouble. And Caden Gooley 8 to 10 more weeks. Montreal's in a position now. They've already had a little over a week that's been horrific. And if they don't stop the bleeding soon, and with Caden Gooley now being extended out even that much longer, Montreal has to make a move. The goaltending is horrible right now. Even Dobish in this one didn't look good at all. I mean, I think it was something like he had let 5 in out of 12 shots. That's not good hockey. So that was definitely his worst performance. However, the team played horrific in front of him, just like they did in the LA game in front of Sam. And Sam had to come into this one in the third, and they still beat him a couple times. Nobody looked good. There is not one player on this team that looked good last night. There is no one who can hang their head up high. This was pathetic, garbage effort-wise. Sorry, I can't put it in any other terms. That it's so bad. This game was not even worth reviewing. UC at 7-0. They shut us out. Starting to look like Casey DeSmith. Maybe we should have hung on to him. And yeah, maybe Monty was the guy to let go. But either way, it's not just that. It's not our goaltenders so much. Yes, they're both kind of shaky now. And that's what happens when Marty was so hell-bent on getting Monty going that it looks to me like he sat Dobish out just a little longer than he should have, where he had the hot hand. While he did, he should have ran it. He didn't. I think that was a stupid decision, and now you got Dobish cold. So now you got 2 of them. Not good. Our goaltending situation's a nightmare at the moment. Our defense looks pathetic. The team looks pathetic. Not one good performance last night. And every time we run into a heavy team, we got no answer for it. Something's going to have to give. We got too many clones, and that's what's going to be wrong. That's why Beck and Roy won't be the answer. They probably could play somewhere in the NHL, but it won't be Montreal because we got too many of these guys this size. There's too many triplicates of these style of players, so they're not going to help Montreal much at all. We need to get larger. The only one that we might, don't be surprised if Davidson's brought up. He's probably about the only guy that's ready and worthwhile bringing up. The very short term, I think the Montreal's got to pull the trigger now on a trade and get that second line center. I don't think there's a way of avoiding it if they want to they're going to lose ground. They're already, slipping a little bit now. They're in big trouble here. They got to turn the tide. And knowing, getting the news of Alex Newhook and Gooley, this is too long. Something they got to do something before the season gets pulled away from them. They're in the verge of another week like this, and it's going to be way down at the bottom. They're going to be end up in the bottom. And if they don't want to undo the work they did, you got to get a second line center. No avoiding it now. Now that Newhook's gone for 4 months, come on now, really? And I got to give credit. Newhook has played the best hockey he's played since he's been in Montreal. So that second line was working. Now you take that away. You take one piece out of and you look at Newhook and Kapanen, and they're both not even second liners, but it was working with Demidov. At least they had chemistry while they waited to get actual second liners with him. This is extremely bad news. Extremely. I don't know what Montreal's going to do in this situation. Like I said, you can bring up Davidson, who's probably the only guy down in the AHL who uh, could possibly be worthy of a trial. And you're still looking at a fourth liner, though. We need help immediately and badly, and it's got to be significant help. You need a second line center. Montreal needs to pull the trigger. They need that trade now before they go into an area that their work is undone and they end up sliding out of a position. Like I said, these last couple of games have been so disgraceful. I don't even know. Now we got Boston coming up Saturday. This is not a recipe for what the Habs needed right now. Boston's had our number for some time. We play horrible against. Don't be surprised if this is another 7-goal victory by Boston. 6, 7 goals against us. I'm projecting it's going to be a nightmare, another nightmare game. But if I'm Montreal's management, you got to pull the trade off, a big trade, and it's got to be a true, proven second line center to divert the damage that's here at the moment. With like I say, Newhook is that important at this point, even being a third liner, but playing on the second line, he was playing well enough. This is going to hurt. This is going to hurt bad, and Gooley being out another 8 to 10 weeks. This is ridiculous, and that's what I'm talking about. Him being glass. This ain't good. Um, as much as I love Caden Gooley, again, this is another situation where guys just keep getting injured after over and over. You may have to move on. I don't know. This is not a good recipe for Montreal right now. Love these kids, but they're playing pathetic. I didn't expect to see them be this bad. You got to rise up and do something at least. Anyway, this was a pathetic performance, and boy, Marty's got his work cut out for him because there's not a soul on this team that can hold his head up high after that game. This is not one or two players' fault. This is the entire team's fault. There's no heart in these last few games, and if we're not careful, we're going to put ourselves right at the bottom. So this is on Hughes and Gordon now. You have to pull the trigger on a legitimate second line center. Sorry, guys. This was just so pathetic. This wasn't a game worth. The last couple of games have not been worthwhile watching. We have to get bigger and tougher. And oh, by the way, as much as I love Arbor Jacki, that was a pathetic effort to get into a fight with Lubishkin. My God, what? That looked so bad. If Lubishkin can wrestle you to the ice, you're not a top line fighter. Give me a break. I love Jacki, but the time nobody seems to want to step up. The Jackeyes, the Andersons, the Strubels, and the joke of Jackeye when he did stand up, that wasn't much of a stand up. That was a pathetic effort. And you're the enforcer. That's the worst enforcing I've seen from him in a long time. I'm not very happy with what I see. Kind of like I said, I know the team is headed in the right direction, but boy, the growing pains are painful, and this team's got a lot of corrections to make. Size hugely needed up front. There's the Becks and Waz are not going to be the answer in the future. We got too many of these guys. Uh, you need some big bodies, and right now, since they're not ready, those big bodies in the system, You got to go out and get a legitimate second line center. So that being said, you've seen it here at Center Ice Productions. Again, this game is not even worthy of a review. It was that pathetic. Good job on DeSmith's part, and Dallas just took it to us. We come out with the first goal, or no, we didn't come out with anything. That was LA. We come out with nothing, and give them a shutout. This just can't happen. They got to improve the way they're standing. Anyway, I don't think Boston's the answer. I think this is going to be another game that's going to be a triplicate of what we've seen in LA with LA and Dallas. You've seen it here at Center Ice Productions. Please leave your comments, keep them civil, and we'll catch you in the next episode. God bless.